Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pesky podcast. And we would like to say a quick cheers. We are that much closer to baseball. Everyone, grab your cups, whether you got something in it or just water like me or whatever Arie's drinking.
Whatever,
I have no idea what that is. Cheers to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you. We have an amazing episode for today. Spotify and iTunes users, I'm just going to say now, didn't get that entire bit that we just did. But whatever, it doesn't matter. We got a great episode for you guys today. We appreciate each and every one of you for following us and giving us all the love and support. If you guys can, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes, go check out that Instagram. We post a lot of funny stuff on there. Well, I do, and then whenever Arie decides to post something.
I got some good stuff coming, trust me.
All right, I trust you. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. So, first thing on our list is the first game against the Orioles is coming up, I believe, the 24th, if I'm not mistaken. We're recording this. I think so. 7:10 or 7:30.
Something like that.
I can't remember. But we're recording this on July 7th, so we have 14 days until we have some 14? Or I'm an idiot. 17 days. I do not want to talk about it.
It's like close, but no cigar.
It was 17 days until we have Red Sox baseball back again. Now we have some pretty serious news to get into. 4 players on the Red Sox did test positive. Mm-hmm. And those players are being our ace, Eduardo Rodriguez, 3 of our prospects, basically, Josh Taylor, who I believe is a pitcher, Bobby Dahlback, and Darwinson Hernandez. Now we hope for a very speedy recovery from all 4 of these players, and we hope we can see them back on the field soon, but we're also in the boat where we don't want them to rush anything. We want them to make sure they get the proper treatment and take it back slowly into getting back. Yes, we absolutely need Eduardo Rodriguez, but his health and his safety and the team's safety in general, too, is the main concern just compared to losing him for a couple weeks. Because we're going to lose him just from... He's got to take 2 weeks to quarantine until he's tested negative. Oh, my mic is spamming again. We got to wait 2 weeks for that, and then he's probably going to take it slow. He's probably going to do some mound work before he's ready to go again.
Yep.
And then he'll be back.
No, it's gonna be weird because we're not gonna start the season with our ace, but it's still gonna be a like you said, you'd rather have him back for good than rather have him come back for like a week or so and rush his recovery, which we don't want. So
we never want that. Like,
no.
If it comes out, I know it's only a 6-game season, so we don't have a lot of time, but when it comes to a player's health and safety, that always comes first. Baseball is just a game. Your health and safety is your entire life. So that's where you just got to kind of put things in perspective, and we absolutely get that. So it looks like Nathan Eovaldi is going to be our ace for game number 1 and for the foreseeable future until, obviously, Eduardo Rodriguez becomes healthy again.
Yeah.
What do you think the score prediction of that game will be?
Depends on who they're putting on the mound. I bet it's gonna be John Means, because I think that's who their ace is. If you even want to call them a major league team, I'm sorry, Orioles fans.
Marlins are worse.
Marlins are worse. Marlins are far worse. So here's the thing. I think it's gonna depend on, obviously Eovaldi. It seems from all signs and people talking that he's in shape, which is good. But I think it's going to come down to the bullpen. Like, you lose, what's his name, Taylor, right?
Josh Taylor, yes.
Yeah, he's a lefty. He's a really solid lefty in the bullpen. So what that's going to do is that's going to immediately weaken our bullpen, which, to begin with, isn't the best. Yeah. So take its bullpen in pitching. Offense, totally fine. Don't do anything.
It took a hit.
It did.
It got that Shawn Michaels treatment from last episode. But
go back and watch the video.
I don't like it, but if we look back at last year, that's kind of what the Red Sox were based on too. Now, obviously, it didn't work because it didn't make the playoffs, but it was a very score-heavy offense, and the pitching and defense is just going to come in and out when it can. They were allowing 5 runs a game but they're also scoring 5 runs a game.
Yeah.
Red Sox games were longer, obviously, because of that, but they were also some of the most entertaining games in baseball because you never knew if the Red Sox were going to go out and they were going to score 16 runs in a game.
Yeah.
They had the potential to do that every night, and signing back the majority of their players, R.I.P. Brock Holt. We miss him, but
come back.
Signing back the majority of the guys will be fine. We're still going to have a lot of that run production.
Yeah, and so this is going to do 2 things. Having Evaldi out, having Erod out, and having Taylor out is going to do 2 things. It's going to really test our bullpen because, there's some other people who are obviously going to have to come up, and try to fill that spot.
People got to step up. It's just like an injury.
So it's going to be interesting to see who they bring up and how they perform. And it's also going to be interesting to see what happens to our starting rotation.
Oh.
Okay.
Perez is a 3 now.
No, he's not even a 3. He's a 2. He probably beat him.
No.
Take a minute. Let's just.
No, who's the other guy we were talking about last episode whose name is
Walden?
slipping my mind now? Not Walden.
Weber?
From the Astros.
Oh, McHugh? Yeah, he's still rehabbing, I think, for whatever the heck his elbow's doing.
So why don't we go Evaldi, Walden, there's no way around this. We suck.
Well, we could have Weber.
Ryan Weber.
Sorry for all the people who have headphones.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Never do that again.
That's how I talk about Weber. Ryan Weber.
He loves Ryan Weber, and we'll get into somebody he hates later in the episode, but we're not going to talk about that now. Hold it in.
But yeah, anyways, that's going to be an issue.
It's going to be very, very much of an issue. I don't know how we're going to do it. We at least had Chris Sale last time. Last time we had Sale.
This season or this beginning of the season is going to be like you have a piñata, right? And you're blindfolded because having Sale, you blindfold. Okay. On top of that, you go and tie one leg behind your back. It's like, and you tie the other leg and arm behind. So you have to try to swing at it with a noodle, like one of those wacky noodles. And you try to beat it out.
Pool noodle?
Like a pool noodle. Yeah. It's going to be really weird. It's going to be a weird beginning of the season. Visualize that for a second.
Where you were going with that, and I don't think I want to know. I am so confused, but next.
It's going to be hard.
We're going to talk about a couple things around the MLB. So, first, David Price decided he will not play this season. This is a big thing, mainly for us because you and I especially, and the majority of Red Sox Nation, had a love for David Price ever since he came back in 2015? 15? It was something like that.
Yeah.
But he's been a staple of Boston, so seeing him not be able to play this season, even if it is on his own accord, not because of injury or sickness or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, still to 100% respect the guy.
He's got family, so it makes sense. It's not like he's like some single guy who just doesn't want to play the game. It's like he's got a reason.
It makes perfect sense.
So
I feel bad though because we all know from his time in Boston he loves the game. He loves being out there in front of 50, 60,000 people and doing what he's best at. But at the same time, you got to look out for your family. You got to look out for the people you love. And even with that, he took some of his pay and gave it to the minor league players who hasn't even played a game with that organization.
Yeah, so that says a lot. Yeah.
Still mad respect to the guy. Got to feel bad for the Dodgers a little bit too because they lost their third or fourth starter, depending on how you look at Alex Wood in there. But I think their depth took a little bit of a hit, but I think with the Dodgers, they'll end up being fine. The next is a very brutal hit now.
Oh, boy.
Arie and I hate the Yankees. We despise the Yankees. But it's more of a team thing, and we have no really hate for any players besides Gary Sanchez.
Yeah, really. I can't stand Gary Sanchez. We've talked about that.
We've talked about that numerous times. But one guy who we never really, I don't know, he's always been neutral for me, Masahiro Tanaka, was taking live BP with Giancarlo Stanton Or was it Judge?
No, it was Stanton. It was Stanton.
And Stanton pounded a line drive, and Tanaka tried to duck T out of the way, and it hit him straight in the head.
Yeah, hit him square on the side of the head. It was
this
not
is one
pretty.
that I refuse to put in editing because I don't want to watch that again. Especially being a ball player before. Yeah, if you want, look it up, but I'm not going to put that in editing. It sucks to see. Fortunately, he was able to walk away under his own power, and it's only been diagnosed with a mild concussion. Yeah. So it seems like he is doing okay, but that's just never something you want to see. You know, that's the name of the game too. Is you're going to get hurt. There's always that risk involved. So yeah, you got to feel bad. You got to. It sucks. And hopefully, he's all good for the regular season.
Hopefully, yeah. Well, the thing that scared me was like he got hit, and then I realized who it was, and like Stanton doesn't like. Stanton murders balls.
Yes.
You know, he doesn't just like.
Don't take that out of context.
No, he just like he demolishes balls like that. That's just what he does. Mm-hmm. So
he's jacked up power hitter, and
yeah,
there's no way that ball was going less than 100 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
You know, that was hit square, proper. That was a great hit baseball.
Yeah, it was, except where it was hit.
Exactly. So to get into some lighter news, we have an old friend that I got to talk about, and I know I read this at 6:30 this morning. This was published yesterday by masslive.com. Right? And it talks about one of our old friends. Right? Someone that we felt great about and then hated in the span of 7 months. Our old friend Dave Dombrowski. Now, Dave Dombrowski has joined up with Music City Baseball Group in attempting to bring another MLB team in. And he wants to bring an MLB team to my home state. Well, now my home state. Used to be Maine. Now we're going to try to bring a baseball team to Nashville, Tennessee.
So, okay.
Which basically he just goes on to say,
interesting.
Dombrowski is one of 8 baseball advisors listed on Music City's baseball website, along with former Red Sox special assistant Tony La Russa.
Huh. Okay.
I haven't heard that name in a minute.
Yeah,
but former Mets pitcher Arie and former Giants Athletics pitcher Barry Zito. So this
is an interesting group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
He says, and I quote, "It's clear to me that Nashville is ready for Major League Baseball. And Music City Baseball is making smart and exciting decisions as it works to bring a team here. From its relationship with the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum to its community support, Music City Baseball has built a strong foundation. Nashville is a city with deep baseball roots, and as we emerge from the uncertainty surrounding COVID-19, I believe baseball, and more specifically Music City Baseball, can play an important role in bringing the city back together. My wife Carrie and I are looking forward to becoming a part of the Nashville community." Which I'm surprised I read that all without messing that up, but because whenever I'm quoting something, I mess it up one way or another. But
so that's interesting. Yeah, I'd like that
in Nashville.
Honestly, I'd love to see more teams. Like you hear like Montreal begging to have a team come back. Like I want to see that happen. I also really want to see a Cuban team.
Cuban team?
Yeah, either Cuban or Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Of those. Kind of expand a little bit more, but now that you said Nashville, like that definitely interests me too. Like I can only imagine like the names, like the team name they could come up with. It's amazing.
Oh, one that popped in my head that might be funny or might be good is the Nashville Sound. I don't know what you do with a mask or anything like that, but considering the musical roots that come from Nashville and Tennessee, the Nashville Sound might be.
Although I think there's a minor league team that's named that.
Really? I'll put that in editing if there's one or not.
I don't know.
But I'm a fan. But what you have to do is you need to create 2 teams because you won't want the conferences to be balanced. And with baseball, I'm not necessarily worried about this. It's more of an NBA issue. But the amount of players and the amount of talent that you have. Do you have enough talent to bring that into 2 more leagues? And considering that we have the Orioles with their talent in the MLB, I think we can add 2 more. I think we're okay. All right, those teams.
Question is, which one do you add? Would it be National League or American League?
For national.
For Tennessee, would you make
Tennessee,
a National League team?
Tennessee is more on the eastern side, so I would consider them probably an AL Central team. But what I'm thinking is if you're going to do that, you're going to have to rework the entirety of how you do playoffs.
Yeah.
I just thought of that because then you're going to have, let's say, for example, they're putting the American League Central. All right.
Okay.
So you have 3 conferences, the AL West, AL Central, AL East, all trying to fight for spots in the playoffs. But you have the AL East where there's 5 teams going after 1 spot. And then you have the AL Central where there's now 6 teams going after 1 spot.
They'd have to have at least, they have to do something where they have like another wild card. At least.
If they were to expand teams, what I'm thinking they'd do is probably just ditch the whole division system. Still keep the divisions for games purposes, but just have records 1 through 8 and just go that way.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, but
although listen, if you do this, like if you add like a Cuban team, which I think would be an awesome idea, either Cuban or Dominican Republic, they would have to be American League. Probably, I guess they'd have to be American League, right? So then that would mean Tennessee would probably have to be National League.
Well, no, it wouldn't necessarily have to be. It doesn't matter on how far east or west you are because.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
Los Angeles.
That's fair.
Is an American League team.
Yeah.
Miami's a National
Montreal's
League
gonna be. Montreal's gonna be National League.
Yes,
that's kind of already set.
You already have the Blue Jays who are, American. So it makes sense.
You can do a Cuban team and there are so many possibilities in this. But that's cool. I didn't hear that at all. Good luck with monetary issues. You have Ryan Brasier on that team.
They'll win the championship within 3 years, and they'll just go downhill. It'll be like the 2017 Jaguars all over again. My football fans know that team went from Saxonville to Trashenville in 6 months.
Very, very, very quickly, and I loved it. I loved every second of it.
Okay, so next thing I want to just touch on very quickly.
Yeah.
All right. What is the best hitting season ever? You should know this. What is the best hitting season in the history of baseball?
Oh, who hit it?
I should have made this one of our questions last week.
Should have. I have 2 guesses.
This is common knowledge, Arie.
Babe Ruth?
No.
Okay. Ted Williams?
Correct. Ted Williams, 406, and I believe, I can't remember the year.
No, I do remember that now. Yeah.
But Ted Williams hit 406, the only player to ever hit above 400. Now, funny thing is, going into the last 2 games of the season, he was hitting over 400, and they had a doubleheader. Coach basically said, "You've made history. Don't play these games." Right? Because he was averaging, he had like a 402 average, I think it was at the time. Right? He looked at his coach and said, "Put me in, I'm playing. I don't care about averages, I'm playing." Ended up going above 500 for the day and bumped that up to 406.
Nice.
But
way to go.
With this shortened season, anything can happen, right? We can see a team like the Angels who have a very low probability, not Angels. What team am I thinking of?
Orioles?
I can't remember. But we have, no, not the Orioles. No. Orioles, Marlins, Tigers, Pirates. Goodbye. They've already been eliminated from the playoffs. All right.
They don't even have to play. They could all their tier players could go home.
Yes.
Good.
So they've already been eliminated. For fans of those 4 teams, my apologies, but I'm not really sorry because they suck. But there's so many things that can happen. We can see some teams that should never make the playoffs, aka the Rays last year. They had a good team, actually. But you'll see all these different scenarios happen. Is it possible for someone this year in a 60-game season to hit 400?
Well, you have the universal DH.
Correct.
That adds something else. So you have more players hitting. Or I should say more better hitters playing in the lineup.
For me, I'm saying it's possible. Anything's possible, obviously, but from what I read, I was listening to the Baseball Tonight podcast with Buster Olney. They're talking a little bit about this, and they said there's a 3% chance somebody hits 400.
Yeah.
And if I were to guess, right, you need somebody who has all the different tools of hitting. You need someone who has enough power to hit something in the gap for a triple or to hit a home run. You need someone with the speed to run out a kind of weak hit to short, right? You need someone who's able to bunt the ball. You need someone who's able to steal bases, has that speed. You need someone with all the different kinds of tools hitting. And the two people that pop into my mind that could potentially do it are Francisco Lindor and Ronald Acuna Jr.
Really? So you're not thinking even Mookie?
I don't think Mookie is.
Also, Mookie doesn't have a ton of. He's not super aggressive with his base running.
Oh no,
that would be the one thing. Looking back, yeah. Because when you were saying those just now, I was like Mookie, because he can hit for contact, he can hit for power. You know,
he doesn't have the speed.
I mean, he does have speed, but he doesn't use it. Which I wish I would see. Yes, I wish JBJ stole more.
Oh, don't get me started. Go check out the Instagram. You could see a great post from JBJ back in 2014. Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say?
I don't know.
With those two guys,
yeah,
they have the hustle, the grit, the determination.
Totally.
Those are three things you need, especially like, let's say, for example, you need a sacrifice bunt, right? You have a guy on first, you're down by one, bottom of the eighth. Yeah. You tell Ronald Acuna Jr. to bunt. He's going to bunt, and then he's going to haul it to first base. Yeah. And now you got guys on first and second with no outs.
Yeah.
I think he'll be fine. He'll be A-OK. But
I think, so when you were like saying, is it possible? And then when you said 3% chance, I think it is possible. I think it's a very low chance.
Yes.
Like what 3%. I mean, you know, like what you said. So
when on a typical season, the percentage is about 0.8 each year.
I was gonna say.
Somebody makes it. All right. So we have two more topics for today.
Yes, sir.
First one, I'm going to sit back and relax, and we are going to have story time with Arie.
Yeah, welcome, children. Story time. Sorry, I felt a creep there.
There's one pitcher that we at least have respect for because he wears our Red Sox colors. All right. We always appreciate the guys who wear our Red Sox colors. But we can also say some of those people suck. All right.
And it's okay because we're fans. We're
Pablo
fans.
Sandoval.
Do you see how fat he's gotten? Dude, like I've seen people in quarantine. This man, I swear.
This man ate quarantine, all right? He didn't live through quarantine. He just ate it. All right.
Because he slimmed down. You know, when he went to San Francisco, and then I saw him take ground balls, and I was like, the ball disappears! Where'd it go? what the heck?
All right, why did this turn into a Pablo Sandoval hate session? All right, this needs to turn story time about Ryan Brasier.
Ryan Brasier.
Take the floor.
All right, so, like, what was it? Either our first or second episode, you're talking about our team. Episode 2? Yeah. Man, there was a quote. There was a quote that I said, and I said something. Ryan Brasier is, what is it? Let me look it.
I'll look it up. Just keep talking.
It was So, anyways, yeah, I have respect for Ryan Brasier because pitchers are like, you know, insane athletes, but some of them just shouldn't pitch in important parts of the game. It's not that I hate the guy. It's how he was used during the 2019 season. And I'm going to tell, okay, so like he's probably a really nice guy. I remember what it was. I said, whenever I see Ryan Brasier come in the 8th or 9th inning, I get immediate anxiety.
Yep. Quote, whenever I see that Ryan Brasier is going to come in, I get serious anxiety.
yeah.
That's exactly it.
So when he came to the Red Sox in 2018, okay,
yes,
his ERA was 1.60.
Damn.
That's great. He only played 34 games. Right?
Still, that's 1.6.
Still, that's pretty good. You know, coming off of, you know, back in 2013 when he played for Los Angeles.
Dodgers or
Angels?
Angels.
He had a, 2 ERA, flat. So, pretty good. Okay? He was pretty good in the postseason. Although, I don't remember what games, but once, you know, we started using him, because, you know, like I already said, 1.60 ERA, pretty good. Really pretty good. And you like to see that. Even in the postseason, we put him in there, and I was like, I don't know. Like, he's starting to, make me nervous. And another person who did that year, 2018, Craig Kimbrell. Craig Kimbrell gave me aneurysms. Like, you can't put him in the game. So, there's that.
Mm-hmm.
2019, 62 games. So, what, almost double that? Double the amount of games?
Double.
Yeah. 4.85 ERA. Okay. Ballooned. Okay. This guy did not age well.
All right. So that means, basically, in simple man's terms, if you put him in for 2 innings, he's allowing 1 run on average.
Yeah.
And usually, it seems like he's allowing 12.
Yeah. Well, because it's not just that he throws the ball in the strike zone and lets the, batters hit. It's he'll throw around the strike zone.
Yes.
So his pitch count goes way up.
Mm-hmm.
And
making him less effective, less efficient, because we have to use him for less innings because he's throwing so much.
You got it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking here, and I can't find the number of blown saves because that was the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find it. I don't know if you can quick do that now.
I don't think so, but okay. I'll put it in editing.
Yeah.
But the one thing that really killed me with it is, what was I going to say? Is it just me, or does it seem like sometimes Ryan Brasier comes in and he throws a perfect 1.2 innings?
Yeah.
And then gets subbed out and we're like, thank you.
Job.
You did your job. And then other days, it's like you pitched 0.2 innings and the other team now has a 12 on the scoreboard. We're like,
excuse me?
Whoa.
How did we get there? No, exactly. And that's the thing. Inconsistency.
Yes.
So try to keep it together. Why bring a pitcher in? I understand. He throws 97. He throws really hard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You want that. Just don't seventh inning, put him in then. Nowhere past that. Okay? Unless it's the 12th inning and we have no one else to pitch. But
or it's we're up 13-3 or down 20-6.
Exactly.
Which is likely.
Exactly. Okay? It's just don't put him in there.
If it's a close game and we have somebody
put Barnes in. I'd rather put Barnes in, and that says a lot because Barnes is wild.
Yes,
Barnes
but
is a wild pitcher.
If it's a close game, let's say it's 1-1 and we're facing somebody like the Rays, right? 1-1 game, we're in the 6th. All right, you have Marcus Walden pitching, and Marcus Walden doesn't really go that long into the game. Or
he would maybe go 6 innings. That's it.
Yes, maybe his pitch count's a little high. You take him out in the 5th, right after the 5th. That's the perfect time to put in Ryan Brasier. Is 6th inning, right? Yep. He gets you through the 6th. That way, there's no pressure on him because he knows in the back of his head, if I let up a run, it's not the end of the world because we still have 3 more innings to get out of it. You know,
exactly.
There's very little pressure on him, and I think in those high pressure, high impact situations, he's just not the guy. But 6th inning, beautiful, beautiful.
Yes, exactly. You nailed it on the head. But there's one moment that I loved about Ryan Brasier. It was this. The one time, I don't remember who it was. You can put it in editing or whatever. He told someone, get back in the box.
Oh, and yeah.
When he did that, I was like, bro, you're on the team. You're cool. Yep. I like you. It must have been a Yankee player. But it's if you're in, just like Joe Kelly,
Oh no, we're not.
Joe Kelly. I mean, if he's the guy who's dude, get back in the box. I'm pitching to you. I don't care how much time you're taking. That says a lot He's got the grit. Just don't pitch him in the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th inning.
Mm-hmm.
Like
unless we've gone through so many pitchers,
exactly.
or we have an injury, or someone needs a rest day.
Exactly.
Those are the only situations, which I think Renicky will do a better job of than Cora. Yeah. Or at least I pray every single night that he will.
Yeah.
It's a prayer. But that is the last thing I had on the schedule. I think we're almost about 30 minutes into this episode, which is perfect timing for us. For the guys, for the people out there who don't know, because I know we have some girls who follow the Pesky podcast. Shout out to all the ladies out there. But, Arie.
I do nothing. I'm just here. I'm here to.
All right, we're sending that to someone after, but. But
all right.
For the people who don't know, we like to keep this episodes in between 30 and 40 minutes. If we're going to do them bi-weekly, that's about an hour content for you guys each week, which works for the both of us. So, let's get into our favorite part of the episode one time. Arie's takes.
Welcome. So, you know how, like, last week, Bobby was like, don't do anything about football. Guess what?
It's an exception because it was something huge. This is history making.
Yes. It made Mike Trout's, Manny Machado's, Bryce Harper's contracts look minuscule. Have you guys ever heard of Patrick Mahomes?
You know, the dude who insert meme of Kermit the Frog.
Yep. Anybody ever hear of him? Okay.
My little sister still says he looks beautiful, and I'm like, how?
He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. He just got a 10-year, correct me if I'm wrong, 10-year contract.
$503 million.
That's not even the biggest part of this. Do you realize that with Mahomes' contract, when the player salary cap goes up, Mahomes gets paid more?
Yes, he's on a percentage, not a fixed.
Yes.
Which
is nuts. Huge. That is huge. Especially if you have teams like Kansas City, like really trying to make the push. Like we're gonna win another Super Bowl, and we're gonna add some more expensive free agents. That means you're gonna pay Mahomes that much more.
Yes.
That also can bankrupt the team.
Yes. So what I want to say is,
go ahead, do it.
Future me, edit two things in. First, the meme of Patrick or the Chiefs, basically their situation with the whole. Yes. Rest of Kansas City Stars, I want to get paid. Kansas City, I have $3.
I have $3.
And the next meme is of Dak Prescott begging for $40 million, and now he's going to be like, I want a 20-year, $1 billion contract. Make it happen.
Oh my word!
Knowing that's what
ton of money. He's a great player. Yeah.
Well deserved. Yes, but if I was City, I'm like, they basically just said, here is a blank check with our names on it. Write in a number.
Yeah, you got it.
That's basically how those negotiations went.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't ask for like a pink pony too.
Yeah, or a unicorn.
Yes. But
crazy.
With that being said, anything else you want to say before we end this episode?
That's it.
All right. For me, and I think from Arie too, we can back me up on this. Right, we've been grinding on this for about 4 months now. We started this channel on February 20th on YouTube. All right, so March, April, June.
You forgot May.
May is not a month anymore, apparently.
May is a month.
April,
May is a month.
June. So we've been going at this for about 4.5 months now. It means the world to us for all the support you guys give us, especially on Instagram, where we are now approaching 150 followers. And we're seeing so much support on like our Instagram stories and our Instagram posts. It means a lot to us. We're going to keep grinding on the channel. We work for literally hours a day doing this stuff because we love it. We love it. And we have our other stuff going on too. Obviously, we work it around our other stuff. But with that being said, roll that outro music. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you guys more than you know. We'll see you guys next time.